Okay, so on page 6, page 5 is where the chart is, right? I want to look at this graph. So page 5. I apologize, my bad. On page 5, what does this graph really do? What has this graph done for us? Ava?
It gives us a picture to let us look at and use to solve.
Solve what?
The questions.
To help us solve questions. Okay, that is a good, I like that, but I think there's a simpler way to say that. How can we say that more simply? Because I agree with you. So,
It gives us information.
It gives us information? Okay. What else does it do with that information?
It helps us know how answers are doing what.
Okay, Zoe, I was writing on the board and you were kind of talking soft. Can you talk a little louder so I can hear you?
There's also information about how fast is running and what time.
Okay, so that's the kind of information, but it gives us this information, and what else does it do for us, guys? Yes, Alex? It's already up there? Okay. Well, think about it, guys. This chart, what's it done with this information? Look at it. What's it done with this information? It gives it, but it also does something else with it. Yes, Riley? It says the information. How does it say it? Does it say it like this? At the end of the race, you did 16. They were going 32 miles an hour. But in the middle of the race, they stopped for a minute. At the beginning of the race, they were going so fast it was crazy. And then there was that one part of the race. Did they do it like that? No? How was it put together? Yes, sir?
So they asked us questions and then they...
No, I'm just talking about the graph. I'm sorry. What did the graph do for us? What's the graph? I'm sorry, then I misunderstood. Tell me. No, I'm not talking about the questions that were asked. I'm saying only the graph. When you look at the graph, how is the graph put together?
They marked where it stopped there and went faster, slowed down with letters.
They did. They gave us letters and things like that to help it what?
Solved it.
No, that's so you can solve the questions. But how do we solve the questions? Millie, help me out here. How did they put this graph together?
They watched the runner, probably.
They watched the runner? Okay. Let's go back to this. The picture, they gave us a picture to look at to help us solve the questions. Oops. It gives us information, right? Is this information, we have to look at it, but it also helps it to put it in the ways we understand, right? I'm looking for one big fancy word here.
Give us a hint. Organizes it?
Organizes it. That was a hint for him. So, a graph organizes. A graph is a way to organize our data, right? And that's what this did, okay? So, we're going to deal in this chapter with a lot more graphs, charts, tables. We're going to use these to work with patterns. Okay, so, yes, sir.
And exactly how those three things can help us work with.
Well, I will show you that. In fact, I will show you that right now. Ooh, I don't want that guy. Okay. So we can come back to this later. Okay, anybody have a parent, or maybe they have it themselves, you have a jar, that they come in and they take all the change from their pocket and they drop it in the jar at the end of the day? You guys have that, or have a parent that has that, something like that? You've seen that idea? No?
Yeah.
You guys all have seen piggy banks then, right? At least that? Okay. So, let's pretend that this situation is real.
Isn't that the thing when you like drop the money inside the
Yep.
pig?
Ding, ding, ding. And then when you want the money, you take the hammer and go crack,
Oh.
make bacon and get money. So, in this situation, we have a penny jar, and it's got 4 pennies in it.
No sense.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, let's say every day we put 7 pennies in. Okay, so we've got 4 cents in here. I should have counted that for you. Here, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting with 4 cents. With me so far? Yes? Okay, I'm going to add 7 cents. So, at the end of this, I'm going to count to 7. I don't think you guys want to be counting to 7. At the end of this, you're going to tell me how many I have in my jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I put 7 in. So how many do I have in my jar? Dave. 11. How do we know that?
Because if you add 7 plus 4, you get 11.
Okay. Day 2. 7 more pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
18.
How many do I have in my jar?
18.
Nevaeh? 18. Bless you. You need a Kleenex? Go ahead and use it. Neil, in fact, please, go use a Kleenex. Thank you. Day 3. How many more pennies? 7 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you think, Roxandra? You think 25? So that'd be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Awesome work, Roxandra. Okay, so we've got 3 days in. Day 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damien.
What?
Oh, 32. Okay, that makes more sense. Ella, I'm calling on you next. Okay, so we're at day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many do I have, Ella?
39.
Good job. Day 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many pennies would be in my jar? Mackenzie? 46? I agree. Okay. So, go ahead and put your hands down for a second. Yep, we've got all those. We're not going any farther. This is our 6 days. So, we've got 4 here. How many's in this row?
7.
This row?
7.
This row?
7. 7.
Okay. So, looking at this, is there a pattern?
Yeah.
What's the pattern? Who can help me out here?
4, 7,
We're going to raise our hand and get called on, okay? So, let's see. Let's go with Ian. You look like you want to, but are afraid to. Do you see a pattern? Don't make it too complicated. What is it?
It's all 7s.
It's all 7s?
No.
So how can I write this out? Is there a way you can help me write this out like a math equation or something? Oh, I've never accepted it, but I don't know all year long. No, you did it again. How would I write this out as a math equation? Well, do you notice anything here? Does this look like anything we've done in math so far this year? What's that? What's that? Loudly. 7 times 7? Well, we have
6.
6 times 7. Okay. 6 times 7. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 7. Right?
That plus 4.
Plus 4. So do you see what we did there? We did 2 different types of operations. We did first multiplication to make it easier because we could have done it a different way. Does anyone know how we could have done it a different way? Caden? So, did we do groups of 21? Because you're right. But I think we wouldn't do it that way. We would do, because you said you basically grouped these up, right? Is that what you did? But that's not what we did in our thing. So it could work that way, and that would be an easier way to solve it, wouldn't it? But really, isn't it just like that? So how could we write it? Times. Do we have a group? Do we have 4 groups of 7? We do, but you want to do it that way, or what's another way to do this? Well, yeah, we've got 6 times 7. We do it that way. Is that the way you'd want to do it? Okay. Who's got a different way to do it? Michaela? Why 10 times 7? But we only have 4 pennies. We don't have 7 groups of pennies. Does that make sense? So this 4 is for the number of pennies. This 7 is for the group of pennies. Group of pennies, group of pennies, group of pennies, group of pennies, group of pennies. Does that make sense? So we don't have 7 groups of pennies. We have 4 pennies. Yeah, I guess that works. 1 times 4 plus 7 times 6. Ava?
7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 4. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, yeah, those are 3 different ways to do this. Ella, get out of your desk. So, I think it would be awesome if you guys look up here. Now, we just did all the work. Let's look at number 1 on page 13. Go to page 13, please. You on page 13? Okay. So on page number 1, we started with how many pennies? 4. Okay. And then how many do we add each time, class? Everyone? 7. Okay. So, how many pennies are in the jar after 6 rounds? 46. Now you saw how I did that with your help. And you saw some different equations we used. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do now is to find a partner that you can work with. I'm going to let you choose. With that being said, choose a partner that you're going to work with and not play around with. Be metacognitive. Make a good choice. What you're going to do is, you guys are going to do it the same way. You're going to discuss your ideas. Make sure you choose a way that works. You're going to write down, showing your work, how you're going to put on the second one, number 2. We're going to start with random number generator. Random number generator. Start with 7. And we're going to go up by, hit the button please, Max. Right there. Yep, 6. We're going to go up by 6. And by the way, I called him Max because there was an awesome movie that was made before I was born called The Great Race, and that's what they called that guy. That always had to push the button. So, anyway, find your partner. When I say go and make it so, not yet. Make a good choice with your partner. Make sure you discuss everything with your partner, including I understand how to do this. And if you don't, you need to talk to your partner about how this is done. And you are going to go up 6 pennies each round. It asks how many pennies after 6 rounds. So how many times are you going to add? 6. Okay, any questions before I say go and make it so? No one has questions?
Nope.
Okay, go and make it so. Everyone needs a partner. If there's one person left over, come talk to me. Who's going to be your partner? Who are you going to enjoy? What's that? Hey, Alex, you have a partner?
Can you play with your Alex?
Yeah, you have a partner?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you can definitely go. Is that okay? Can you work with Kayla? Kind of nice. We'll talk to him now. You gonna go to his desk or is he going to your desk? You good partner? You're working by yourself? What's that? So,
that's a tiny one, but